I've been humming and hawing about making a video. Well, actually, I'll correct myself there because I wanted to make a video from the start to the finish on this. This is a 1994 Jeep Wrangler YJ. The middle brother of the Jeeps. You know, because people like the TJ and people like the CJ, and everyone hates the square headlights. But not me. I love the square headlights. And yes, I intended to make a video from start to finish, but as you can see, the start never happened, so no time like the present to make a video or start making videos. So anyway, yep, as you can see, it is on an axle stand and an axle stand. This was just so I can access the fender flares and start to remove them, but I really hate the nuts, and I think I'm just going to cut them off instead of trying to take them off. We'll see. I'm leaning towards destruction. But it came in not bad condition, actually, not bad. Rust spots just behind the rear shackle mounts for the rear axle. It is Swiss cheese from about there to the bumperette, or to the end of the frame. The same on the other side. Everywhere else is fine on the frame that I can see so far. Just disclaimer, which I'm very pleased about. Now, the tub needs a bit of work because there's a hole there, and that just so happens to be at the toe box. So under the tub, where this footwell curves up, there is a structural piece that kind of boxes it in, and one of the body mounts is there as well. That, it kind of on the corner where it connects and curves, that's kind of where it is, so it's annoying, but shouldn't be too hard to fix. I mean, that is just, looks like there's good metal there, so I can cut a square and butt weld something in, and then weld the toe box into it. Just while I'm on the topic of toe boxes, because there is a body mount that kind of goes up from there, there's like a plate with a nut or something. I can only describe it as a plate with a nut because I've not actually got eyes on it, but where that body mount bolts into, it's just turning. So I can't extract that one and that one, but every other body mount bolt has came out just fine. Perfect, in fact. There is one there, that is from next to the fuel tank. I need to do the other side, but every other one has been perfect, which really surprised me because I've heard nothing but horror stories from people trying to remove them, and either they break free at the other end and they spin, or they just break. So I am pleased as punch. I've started to remove the dash because my order of operations in this was a little bit skew with. The goal is to take the tub off the frame so I can work on the tub and then work on the frame and then put them back together. But to get the tub off, you need to remove the front fenders, which I have started. Yes, this is right hand drive, Americans, to remove them, but the bolts for the battery tray are spinning, so the nut that they connect to in behind the cowl, or behind the firewall in the cowl, is free, and I can't get to that because the heating system, ventilation and heating system, is in the way. So I decided to start stripping it down so I could remove that, and then I kind of got a bit gun-ho with it. I took everything else off, and then I figured I might as well just get the steering column out as well. And for that fender I wanted to remove the brake booster so I could get down in there and access the steering column a bit easier. I did get the bolt out that links the steering column to this shaft which goes to the steering box, but I've just been all over the place with this, and I need to not be all over the place with this, because that's how I make mistakes. And I think I just need to take a step back and assess what I've done so far and what I really need to work on. But in order for me to remove the brake booster completely, I need to try and get the pin out at the top of the pedal, and I was under the impression that it was some sort of clip. The clip that you pry up the end and it just slides off, but no, it's pins. It's split pins. I cannot quite get the dexterity to maneuver myself and tools in there to remove it, so I've kind of been a bit lazy and did other things, like remove the rear taillights and the shifter, and the shift gaiters and everything else, including the little plate that covers the transmission. So now I have nice lovely access to the top of the transmission to do nothing with, because I want to focus on the tub and getting the tub off. Yeah, I took that off the tailgate expecting there to be tons of access, because when I went to remove the spare wheel holder, it wasn't coming off, and I assumed that maybe there was a bolt or something on the other side holding it in, but no, it was just crusty. I have also removed the rear lights, and this amusing dingle dangle is actually for the fog light, which connects from the harness all the way over there. So this single blue wire runs across there, across the fuel tank, out there. Actually, oh wait, no, I'm mistaken. There is a wire that connects into the harness behind that lamp, goes all the way over here out into the fog light, and this is just a ground. This is a ground splice for the fog light. I just had to work that one out on the fly. Oh, this is disgusting. Yeah, well, I'm not going to mess with that because it just frustrates me. Anyway, yep. So there is one of the light clusters. There's the spare wheel holder. This is a lovely hard top, and I've taken the bits off it, including the glass, which is over there somewhere. There it is, along the doors. There's the bonnet, and there's the roll bars. The roll bars were fun. I'd heard horror stories again about the roll bars not coming off. People would go to remove the Torx bolts that hold them in position, 2 there, 4 there, and obviously 4 behind the driver. Again, right-hand drive Americans. But yeah, I've heard horror stories of people trying to remove them and stripping them out and all sorts. But yeah, I didn't have any issues at all. Part of my method, actually, which I will show in a separate video, on how I remove, or how I go about giving me the best chance as possible to remove bolts and hardware. But I'll cover that. This is just an overview just now of the project, which I am dubbing Project Baryonyx. Why Baryonyx? Well, the YJ Wrangler, not I was about to say 1994, but the YJ Wrangler has a bit of a pop culture following because it featured in a film by Steven Spielberg called Jurassic Park. And I am not going to lie, that is one of the reasons I love this vehicle, because I grew up with that film. And, yep, you know, it came out at the right time, and I was young, and dinosaurs were the shit, and then Jurassic Park was the shit, and then Jeeps were the shit. So, yeah, that's why I like, that is one of the reasons I like the YJ. So, yeah, sidetracked again. Baryonyx, it's a dinosaur, semi-aquatic one with a long snout, which the Wrangler kind of has, because where you're sitting there is a lot of car in front of you. So yeah, Baryonyx, long snout, dinosaur, because Jurassic Park, yep, two there. And I'm also calling it Nyx because Nyx means night, and it's black. Or well, without the fade in, it's black. And Nyx, Baryonyx, yeah, it works. It works on so many levels. I love it. It's staying. Anyway, yep. You can see I have made an attempt at labeling some stuff, which helps. But yeah, this is an overview of Project Baryonyx, where I am at the moment, and I am going to try, I say try, to have little updates now and then of what I'm doing, things that I think other people might find helpful, a big helpful. But yeah, I am going to end it here because it is almost 11:30. I am tired, I am filthy, I want to go home, so I am going home. Cheerio.